Powerful bicolor LED light with built-in power supply with Bones mount by Vesico company. Let's review that. So this light comes in a pretty simple cardboard box. Here are the specs if you're interested in those, and in the kit you get a reflector, the light and the power cord. And of course the front cap, but do not turn on the light with this cap on. The light itself is built really nicely, it's made out of ABS plastic and metal partially. The Bones mount is made out of plastic, but it's a very sturdy plastic and it does feel a little bit cheap, but the soft box is held in place really nicely and securely. The yoke mechanism and the mounting point itself is made out of metal, which is great, and I love that it's super sturdy. It also has an umbrella mount if you like to use this modifier, and also it comes at 2700 Kelvin to 6500 Kelvin color temperature. It has a built-in power supply and a huge ventilation system. The fixture weighs 3.1 kilograms, it's not light by any means. And the power cable is long enough to hang this light up above. The CRI and TLCI rating is 95 and 97 respectively. And all in all, the build quality is pretty fine. So now let's have a look at how this light operates. The nice thing about this Vesico light is that you can change the output from 1% to 100% in 1% increments. If you press into the knob, you can change the color temperature or the CCT value. And if you press and hold, you can change the settings like the channel, the group and the Bluetooth settings. It also does come with an app. It's a pretty straightforward app. You can turn on the lights, you can go inside and change the CCT mode. We have some different presets, which is nice to have. It also comes with 7 built-in effects. We have 3 levels of adjustability for each effect, and you can change the dimming of each effect. And now guys, let's have a look at the brightness of this LED light compared to 2 other pretty bright LEDs. So on the left we have the Vesico light 300 watts, Colbor CL 220, bicolor light, and the Lightmounts LA150D from Godox. It's a daylight balanced LED only. And they all work at 5600 Kelvin 100% with no reflector. And as you can see, in terms of color, the Colbor is the cleanest one. Lightmounts and Vesico do have a little green tint to those. And in terms of brightness, you can see that the Colbor is a touch brighter than the other two. The second place goes to the Vesico and the third to Lightmounts. In terms of the beam angle and the color shift towards the edges of the beam angle, we have pretty nice results on all 3 lights. No major color shift or some artifacts. And now let's take a look at the results with the kit reflector. The reflector itself is pretty nicely built and I have no complaints about this one. So here are the results of those 3 lights with the kit reflectors, 5600 Kelvin, 100% brightness and the f11 aperture. We had to stop down from the f6.3 in the previous test. And on this chart you can see that now all 3 lights are very close to each other, but the beam angle is better on the Vesico light, it has more spread and less of a hotspot. Looking at the performance of the Vesico light with the kit reflector, we do see a little bit of hotspot in the middle and some drop-offs towards the edges of the beam, but all in all, it's a good performance. The Colbor has stronger hotspot and more artifacts towards the edges of the beam. And the Lightmounts has the most pronounced hotspot, but the edges look more or less natural. And one more good news is that the Vesico light is flicker-free completely, at least if you use it at 100%. So now let's have a listen to the built-in fans. Vesico company also did send me a 95cm softbox, which is not fast to disassemble and assemble, and here is what you get inside of this bag. Let's take a look at the performance with the softbox. So guys, as you can see, we have a pretty nice and even spread with the softbox. I do like the quality of it, and we do have a grid to control the spill. Here is the Colbor light, also no major complaints, it's a bit more green, but when you use a softbox you also need to adjust your white balance, because softboxes do tend to change white balance. And with the Lightmounts light, it's the dimmest one, but also it's a pretty nice performance as you can see right here. And here are all 3 lights side by side, no major complaints or issues with any of those. So if you did enjoy this video guys, please smash the like and subscribe buttons. If you want to know the price for the Vesico bicolor light, I'll leave a link down below for their website. All in all, it's a pretty decent light, it's a bit heavy and it's good for studio work, and I don't have major complaints for this light at all. Take care, bye.